Dear fellow PKs, you are so blessed to be born and raised in a godly environment. I know sometimes it may not seem like it, but trust me, there is no Levat's child that's meant to suffer, but only to carry God's blessings. Man, we have been through so much. Hated, looked down on, blamed, but nothing surpasses God's favor that flows from his servants, which is our parents, to you. God loves you and he can be real and faithful to you just as he has been to our parents. Can we embrace this beautiful blessing and stop seeing it as a burden? Can we start being the first church that we are supposed to be in our homes? And can we live and understand the vision that we have been born under? What more can I say though? Whether we accept or deny ourselves this opportunity of receiving an eternal inheritance, God is all we have. Much love from your PK.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the third episode of the PK series. Can I get a whoop 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 whoop? Yes! Well, it's good. When I do my job.
Wow, okay.
Guys, I just did that. Anyway, guys, welcome to the third episode of the PK series.
Yeah.
And you guys have already seen that this is a topic, dear fellow PKs or dear PK. So this is all about the PKs now, like directed
Dedicated to you all.
Dedicated, exactly. We talked about the brethren, we talked about our parents. Now it's all about you and what we go through. Nothing about everyone else. It's all about us. And before I go on further, I've got another guest with me. Guys, I'm not doing this good. Another guest with me. You wanna introduce yourself? No, actually.
Should I introduce myself or?
Yeah, you can introduce yourself.
I am Xolisile Emmanuel Jack. Yes.
A whole 3 names. Like 3 names.
And I'm a PK. So yeah. Obviously that's why I'm here. But that's me.
Who's gonna tell you? That was obvious. But anyway, guys, so I've got X here with me. So I call him X. Everyone calls him X. Xito.
Yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yes.
Others Jack because my surname is
Jack.
easy. So
yeah. So actually, guys, I've got X here with me today, and we're actually just gonna direct all of this to you guys today. So actually, one of the things that I was thinking about, as PKs, we're kind of like a different breed.
Most deaf.
Basically,
We are the chosen generation.
We're different, and please don't hate on us. We are different, okay? We are different.
We didn't choose this life.
It
chose
us. I mean, growing up as a PK, we're constantly on the quest of trying to be normal.
Yeah.
Basically, because society has made us to think that we're not normal, and kind of affected us inside. 96 about we're actually not that normal. So we're constantly growing up. We want to fit into other kids. We're on the quest literally of trying to be normal because we don't feel normal. Society doesn't treat us normal. So we end up like going the extra mile just because we want to fit into other kids. And it's constantly our cry as PKs, Bana. I'm human. I'm like every other child. They are fun and honey. Why are you treating me differently? Why, if I'm doing like a big, like if I do something, it's like literally amplified by you? Yeah, Let's even start with the fact that you'll be chilling with people, let's say even at school, and the minute your identity or the fact that you're a PK comes up, it's like,
along and you're doing all these kind of things.
And no wonder are you one of those? And PKs are rebellious. Are you rebellious? Like, we're already under some microscope and we have a stereotype. Oh, now are you one of those? You know, the minute your identity is known and it's literally something that's hanging over us, about PK, and we're watching you. Are you gonna do like other people? Are you gonna do what other people do? And the minute, even if you're doing the same thing that everyone's doing, it's gonna be like it's
always different.
It's always different. We might be going to the same party.
Yeah.
So
might be doing the same things.
Might
but
be doing the same things.
React.
It's gonna be like it's normal for them to do it because like they like normal kids and they do it. And Tina's like, we're the angels, the Gabriels.
We are not Jesus, okay?
Yeah.
We are not Jesus, and we will never be Jesus.
We'll never be Jesus.
There's only one Jesus.
There's only one Jesus, and I don't understand Lando. So Tina, now talking about us, we as well like live in that pressure and live in constantly wanting to prove ourselves that we're normal, we're like every other kid. And I feel like that also affects us in the sense that we neglect our relationship with God because we're constantly wanting to run out. We like running because you don't want anything to do with church, you don't want anything to do with pastors, you don't want anything to do with brethren. And like when you meet someone, you don't disclose that information. You are heavily a church kid because technically you are a church and I'm a church kid, guys.
Born there. With everything there. There's nothing that you know more than church.
Guys, and even when we meet as PKs, it just comes out of us. Like, it just comes out. If it's a divine, guys.
Like we become our true selves. Like we become free because we become who we are because we relate on so many levels.
Many levels.
It's as if we're born in the same home, the same house.
Literally, guys. We understand each other. And hence now, like, I'm gonna talk, guys, I'm very real. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys.
You're gonna say a lot.
Yes. You know, hence now, we found ourselves, like, actively rebelling against our parents, actively rebelling when we're out of the house because now
get to be free and do whatever. I'm not under the microscope, and we actually enjoy not being around people that we know because there's less pressure. We become who we want to be.
Definitely, and when you present to them is what they know of you.
Exactly.
They already know you.
Yeah.
And I've gotten that so much. Like, I remember actually I had an instance where I had done something, and I was caught. Hey, I'm not gonna mention that. But someone caught me, and then they threatened to tell my parents. And now, I'm like, guys, I'm very stubborn and I'm very defensive. Like, I'm very, like, if you know me.
All the time.
And I was like, so angry. Like, who do you think you are? You don't even know me. You think you know me. You don't even know me. And I'm just like, go tell guys that time. I'm like, go tell. My parents don't think I'm perfect. Yo, guys, the grandmama that's here that time, guys, it's me. I'm like, you can go and tell my parents because my parents know I'm just like any other kid, and I can't. And guys, that person was like, no, when you make yourself perfect, and my parents need to know.
Wow.
This. Like. And basically put an exposer, and I was like, I don't understand why you feel the need that you need to expose me. It's as if when you're gaining something from me,
as if so many points.
She's not as good as you think she is. And I'm like, I asked him a simple question, and I was like, how do you think you know me? Like, We've never had a single conversation.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, even with Brethren's game, with everyone else, they think they know you just by you having that title. We've never had a conversation. You've never cared to ask, how are you? How are you doing? With this? Do you ever have these certain challenges? Like, you've never cared to see whether I'm human, you know? And I was like, how do you know me? He had the decency to say that he knows me from Facebook posts. What?
Wow. That's so shallow.
I should be posting, like, I don't know what I should be posting on Facebook.
That is so shallow.
That, in fact, guys, Zeus is whatever. That was very shallow, and I couldn't understand. And I'm like, dude, at the end of the day, even in the things I post don't mean I'm not that person. Like, I don't post, like, I don't know whether I should be posting Zeus is a rebel. But I'm not a rebel anymore, guys. I used to. I'm not.
We grow up.
Dude.
We grow up because we like any other kid. We go through stages, you know, and all that. But lucky for me, I think I didn't always grow up being a PK, you know. For me, I grew up like any other kid, which was great. There was never a huge microscope of my life or my family. So it was later in life, even when I was done with high school, that my dad became a pastor. And even then it was not easy because we used to this kind of life, and now everyone is like, all their eyes are on us, and it's you know. But me growing up not as a PK kind of helped me because I've always been like a carefree kind of guy. Like I never really cared about whoever says what. So even when I became a PK, it wasn't a huge deal. Even at first, it didn't sound right for me. People calling my dad pastor, like, oh, he's not.
He's just my dad.
Yeah, relax, okay? Like, there's no reason now to start giving him special attention or even us. And I think even like not only for me but as a family, it has helped us not to seek out special attention from anyone because we're just like everyone. Yeah, like we were really not used to. We're still not used to even now, even like 5 years later. Like it's something that we're not used to. Even when we arrive at whatever place that we're in, and like, can you please come sit at the front? Like, no, I'll sit at the back. I enjoy being at the back. I'm good there, you know. So as much as I've learned that it helps being a PK in certain times, as Nhlanhla said on the first episode, that with food, like, we get special treatment when it comes to the
literally.
We were never the last people to eat.
Yeah, chef, guys.
We are hardly the last people.
I won't even lie. Like,
no,
I won't lie. In fact, I was actually thinking, I'm gonna tell you of an experience that I had. This is the first time I'm saying this out in the open to other people. You know, you guys are liking me. But anyway, guys, so I was one of those kids that were always like defensive, and yeah, you know me, dude. I'm like, I want to go, like, if you say this, I want to go there. But, like,
opposite direction.
Opposite direction, because I don't want to be told that you have to do this and whatnot. For me, it's all about approach, you know?
Yeah.
So always when I was growing up, like, I was expected to be perfect and whatnot. I used to count down, guys.
Oh, yeah.
The years.
Wow.
From grade 8 until matric, until I get out of the house, until I'm free, until I go to varsity, until I do whatever I want to do, because I never had the chance to do anything. So you would say I was the typical
PK, yeah,
basically. But no one ever knew that because everyone outside always thought I was the perfect one, whatever. So I went to varsity, guys, and I was like,
it's time to party!
Get the freedom. No, but first year, guys, I was still
she was an innocent girl.
I was so innocent, guys. In the first year, I was so innocent. I was a Jesus kid. I was like, guys, in fact, things started getting wrong, guys. Second year,
it got lit.
It got lit, girl. Started to party, started to drink. Hey, guys, it was bad. And it got to a point where I was like, I didn't care about anyone that saw me. I didn't care, and I was on that tip, like I'm not the pastor. I'm the child, and I'll do whatever I want to do, and I'm not going to be defined by the title that I'm a PK and whatnot. And I didn't realize at that time, but I was at that time I was trying to prove that I was normal, and I wasn't going to live under la or yoba, I'm a PK and whatnot, which led me, guys, to being in such a low part. Like it was not fine. I was spiraling down because I was trying so much to fit in. I was trying so much to be like, I'm not what you guys say I am. And people would meet me, guys, at these places and would be like, hi, Zoobs, are you here?
Is this you?
Is this you? Guys, stubborn me, I would be like, hey, we're cheating now, Mosulapa. Guys, I would act also surprised, but now Mosulapa, Kini Jotuka, now we can Julapa. And then it just go, guys. Until people now got used to me in these spaces, and it was so hard to get out of those spaces because now people know you there. And then now that I was trying to change and trying to recheck myself, trying to get my identity, because I had lost my identity because I wanted to get away from that whole church thing, from Christ even, guys, because I was like, guys, no, I don't want anything that's going to associate me with Christ. And I felt like even landed, it was literally, it was chasing me, guys. I couldn't run away from it. I couldn't run away from it. And I just want to say, even to other PKs, you'll find that you're constantly trying to run away from the fact that you're a PK, or that something is associating you with church that you don't want, our phone
it's who you
but
are,
it's who you are at the end of the day, and we need to actually embrace the fact that our parents are pastors, and I believe that we are also called.
Most def, I wrote a status a few years ago on Facebook saying that it's something that I had realized within the few years that I've been a PK, that it's not only our parents that are called to be pastors, but we are also, as the family, as the children, called to support them, because we are the main support system that they'll ever get. There's God, there's us, so they really need our support, because you find that there's a lot that they go through. There's a lot that they go through in church politics with other pastors. It's a lot. And they get to offload to us, and we need to be there. And when we are not really on their side, and when they don't feel their support, it discourages them a bit. It does have an impact. So it's something that I've also had to learn, that as much as I have not been called to be a pastor, but the fact that God chose him as my dad to become a pastor, it kind of calls me also to be there and support him. And also on the issue you touched on identity, I feel like as PKs, being a PK, in a way, at first you kind of don't know who you are, because that's the one thing you're always labeled by, that you're a PK, you're not anything else outside of that. And it's something that we need to break. We need to come out of and realize who we truly are outside of being a PK, because that's when the rebellious acts will stop. We'll stop trying to prove other people wrong. We'll just be ourselves.
Be yourself.
And I actually found out that when there was a group that we were all part of, and I realized that almost everyone here, music group, almost everyone in the group is a PK. It was so crazy. I think it was only 2 or 3 people who were not PK. But even with them, it would be either that their brother is a PK or grandparent or whatever, but there would be someone in the family who is or was a pastor. And that really blew my mind away, because I actually found out that these are the people that I vibe with the most, because we have the same energy, we think the same way, we've almost gone through the same things. Like we
Yes.
relate in a lot of like in a deeper way than anyone. So PKs are always together, man. They vibe. Like it's even if we're not all in the same place in terms of spirituality, but we
Yeah.
still get each other. We
definitely.
don't judge each other. Like we just vibe. We just enjoy our company.
Literally. And like, it just reminded me that PKs, one way or the other on creatives.
Yeah.
One way or
Mostly
the other.
in music.
Mostly in music, but the creatives.
Yeah.
And you'll find that even in the church, it's the pastor's kid that's always like singing in the worship team,
Or playing keys, or drums, or whatever
drums,
instrument.
or something that's
Or
musical,
even helping out or being an usher
Yeah,
or
or
whatever,
something.
but they always busy.
or even guys, there's those ones that can, but abafuni.
Yeah.
I discovered like recently there was this other fellow PK from church. I never knew because she was always a rebel and whatnot. So I never knew that she could sing.
Yeah.
I saw the guys sing and I'm like, dude, you sing so well. I didn't know this about you. And I'm just like, come to think that we're all gifted in a way. Like I feel like
Yeah.
God gave each and every one of us like a gift.
Yeah.
Even if it's ukuqoqozela, even if it's ushering, even if it's like, I don't know, being, I don't know.
Yeah. And you'd actually find out that all these gifts and talents that we have, they help in the church.
Yes.
Like, they make a difference, and that's one of the reasons I believe that God chose for us to be PKs.
And we think outside the box. Because you find even at church, bruh, we always in constant conflict with other people. Because Tina,
We're always
don't-
challenging
which-
the status,
Yes,
like-
we're always challenging the status quo, and we're thinking outside the box. Because are we not comfortable with just being ordinary
Same
and whatnot,
old.
same old and whatnot, yabo?
Yeah.
And I just want to encourage even nenye PK, kuba nilana bana umntu acinga ba no, mna my gift is outside the whole singing,
Yeah.
dancing, poetry and whatnot. I think there's nothing that I can do in the church. Whereas you are there to actually break those status
Yeah.
quos, and the fact that you're thinking outside the box means that when you should be the one that's literally taking
Starting and initiating all those
initiating a change.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we need to be literally that in our churches and in our parents' churches, so that now they can grow.
Yeah.
And also, we're young.
We're the new generation.
We're the new generation, and we know what's fitting in terms of being relevant
Yeah.
to young people and all of that. And our parents could actually do with that, you know. So I'm past Shem, I've gone through all the stages. I'm past that, and I'm all about supporting my parents. I'm all about doing it. And even like in terms of the relationship with Christ, where now as a PK, it's very important that you should not lose those ways, and not even for your parent, because we associate Christ with our parents. So for the longest time I was running away with anything that had to do with Christ, because the people that introduced me to Christ, or people that always forced me to be in Christ, were my parents. So anything that had to do with Christ, I was like, no. Or sometimes when I'm in varsity, I'll be praying, because guys, it gets tough, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be praying, I'll be doing everything, and then when I get home, guys, I relax, and I'm just like, I don't want to pray, I don't want to do anything, because I'm in that
it's
environment.
something that's always been forced at
Something
home,
that's
like-
always been forced. So I'm thinking, Bana, if now it's a big ending and I'm like praying and stuff, my parents are gonna think like I'm this holy person, and they're gonna like expect so much from me, and they're gonna be like, oh, in fact, you should go preach.
And speaking of that, there are PKs who end up being pastors as well.
Yes.
You know, like, but then not all of us, okay? Not all of us. Not the hand is not with you. Not all of us will end up being pastors.
I don't know.
We fit well in music. Like that's one thing that I'm sure of, because look at Kayam Tetwa, look at Nkubeko Mbata.
It's because of PK.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
A lot of great musicians who are PKs, and they actually they pushing the envelope in music.
Yes, literally, guys, and we are definitely not called to be ordinary. Like, definitely we're not called to be ordinary.
And in a way, I do want to say that we're not also really called to follow. We're called to lead. Like,
we're called to lead.
We're always initiating stuff. Hence, I feel like we are misunderstood because people mistake that for being rebellious. Because that's one name that is we know the most.
Yeah.
People always say PKs, they're rebels and all those names associated with that.
Yes.
And you're like, I'm not a rebel. I'm just questioning stuff.
And I'm pushing the boundaries.
Yeah. And
yes.
most people are comfortable with being in the same place, and for us we get bored. Like, things have got to change. There has to be a change. Change is good for everyone, you know? And like being a PK is a lot. I feel like we should when we're applying for jobs and in our CVs and we should put I'm a PK because it's a lot.
That's
we
a
go through a lot.
qualification.
It is like we go through a lot.
It's a qualification,
Sure.
an entire qualification.
Like,
because wow, guys,
the spotlight on us,
Yeah.
it's way too much.
Literally.
Like, people are so unrealistic with the expectations that they put on us, and you're like, really? Why don't you talk to your child to do what you're telling me to do? Like,
yeah, guys, it's so easy for them to reprimand Tina.
yeah.
Then the actual kids, bona qala. But guys, yes, like, it's okay.
It is.
Like, it's really okay, and we should just embrace us being PKs and stop trying to rebel, stop trying to like do things that are outside of
Yeah.
us being PKs, because at the end of the day, God made us to be this way, and there is a specific reason
Yeah.
why we're PKs.
And we should always be there for our parents. We understand that at times our home doesn't really become our home because of the brethren and all that, but through all of that we should always know that our parents love us, and as much as at times we don't really see it, but we come first to them, you know. As much as church takes most of their time, but we're the ones closest to them, so we need to be there, because being there for them also gives them strength. It encourages them to keep on pushing, and because I remember there would be times that we would have church in our home and no one would come. We'd be the only ones. We'd be the only ones, and
Literally.
church has to go on.
Yeah.
You know, so just imagine if we're not supportive in those times, how hard it's gonna be going forward.
Yeah,
you know, so
literally, guys.
we need to be there. It's like the vows that married people make, that through sickness and health, through wealth,
We're
we
just
need to be there,
guys.
you know, and just support our parents. You know, we will always be misunderstood. That's something we should just accept.
Let's just accept it. But when I just know your identity,
Yeah.
I know what you're here for,
and find out what you're here for and what God has created you to become, and you know.
Guys, actually, we actually need a conference, guys.
Yeah.
Conference.
That, so like in that conference there need to be speakers for us as PKs, but also speakers for the parents.
For our parents, guys.
They need it as well.
They do. They actually do. Because I feel like sometimes they misunderstand us.
Yeah.
They definitely misunderstand us, because at the end of the day they might speak to us, but okay guys, this is how we should be, we should understand this and this and that, but it's important that our parents also get that as
Yeah,
well.
they get, like, for them to hear how we think and
Yes.
the reason why we do what we do, so that they can understand us better, because at times, look, it's not always easy raising these issues at home. Right? Look, these people are pastors, okay? No one goes to the podium and argues with the pastor, so it's...
Guys, and we really just definitely need a conference and a gathering, because Tina as PKs, guys, we just have a magnet of attracting each other.
Yeah.
Just a magnet.
Like,
literally,
we
guys,
connect.
we connect instantly. Because sometimes we'll even be like friends with someone and you
find out
at a later stage that they're actually PKs, and you're just like,
this is great.
We connect on a spiritual level, babes. We connect, and I really think, like, I'm serious about this. We really need like a PK connect or something like that across the world, maybe even nationally or regionally and whatnot, just to impart positivity on each other, because there's so many PKs that have literally wandered and gone like in the because
I was even surprised that the Jonas Brothers, they're PKs. I saw that on the internet, and Katy Perry is also a PK. Like,
what?
A lot of success. Here, this one, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye was a PK.
Wow.
You see, they're all musicians. Like, they could have done like a lot of different inside the church. We never know. We don't know what happened.
Though, not all of them are musicians. I feel like
most of them
are musicians.
But just to show that they're not all of them are in church, and also, like, if you're in church, just stay in church, you know. And even if you're not in church, just love your parents, like, because even if you're not saved and your parents know about it, it's cool, but just love them
and support them, bro.
Yeah, that's one thing that they want to see from us. Yeah.
So guys, basically that
was it. It's a wrap.
Guys, I feel like he's gonna end this off. Do you wanna like do this ending off thing?
No.
But anyway, guys, like, I was really serious about the PK's Connect thing. We really need something that's gonna gather us and to just motivate each other, because abanye guys, literally, they are there and they're just they're filled with so much anger, and we need to be there for each other, and also just others that are older than us to impart wisdom. So we really need that. So if you can think of something,
and there are also those who are PKs who ended up being pastors as well. I think
and sometimes I don't understand. Yes, I don't understand. I mean, I've always had the thing that if you were a PK and become a pastor, there should be something that you shift and change in terms of your children, because you can never treat your children the same way that you felt like you were treated. You should understand them more, even if there's certain things that can't change, but you should understand them more,
because you've
been there. So you should come at a different angle, because I feel like we need a different angle now, like a different approach, because we're a new generation now and we don't understand basically. But I think we should just end it off there for today. But there are still episodes that are gonna be coming up. Thank you so much for watching this. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Dude, I was gonna give you that chance, like, imagine.
Thank you. But also, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to connect with Zubes on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
No, not Twitter, guys.
Not Twitter, okay. Facebook and Instagram.
I have Twitter, guys, but I'm scared of being active on Twitter.
You don't have to explain.
I'm just explaining that, guys.
Please say
You can follow me on Twitter, but I'm so scared, guys, to be on Twitter, because I feel like
Black Twitter.
There are vultures there. You know, I still can't use Twitter, guys. I don't even know. I'm there just for the updates of other people. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. It's been good. It's been real. Keep be on the lookout for the next episodes, and I've actually got another vlog that's coming up that's so interesting. So please, if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you? Why haven't you subscribed? Please be part of the Zubes Nation, Zubes family. Yes, by subscribing, commenting. Let's connect, man, guys. Until next time.